Hello, Rebel, and welcome back to my life. Not only am I sick today, which you can probably hear in my voice, but Wil Wheaton's been stressing me out in the best possible way. How this whole situation started is really kind of a long story, but I'm going to do my best to summarize. So it came out last week that Dumbledore is not going to be explicitly gay in the upcoming Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movie. But Rowling has previously stated that Dumbledore is gay, and also that he's in love with Grindelwald, who is also in this movie. Like, we don't need to see them passionately making out or anything, although we could, but nothing, not even a mention, not even a flashback. Now, Rowling has a history of claiming that her characters are diverse, but not putting that diversity explicitly in her books. So this move garnered some criticism online, at which point Rowling proudly bragged that she was muting those critics, including posting a tasteful gif of a dreadlocked black man muting them. You want your diversity? I got your diversity right here. A gif of an African American telling you to piss off for asking for more representation. I will admit this ticked me off a little bit, so I created a post on the Legacy Books Facebook page that had the headline, "Disappointed in J.K. Rowling again," and the post went on to advertise that our books have explicitly queer characters and that we are also publishing queer and diverse authors. This was supposed to be like a little bit of a one-off joke, but it started getting kind of a lot of attention, including some really awful bigotry in the comments, to the surprise of absolutely no one. I responded to that bigotry with snarkiness, and then I started screenshotting some of those conversations and posting them over on my Tumblr, where they started getting even more attention. And then at some point, somebody reblogged my post, and someone else reblogged that post, and that second someone was someone who Wil Wheaton follows on Tumblr. And so then Wil Wheaton shared it, and at that point, my internet blew up. So that post has now been shared more than 60,000 times, and it's been liked more than 75,000 times, and a bunch of those people then went and found the original post on Facebook, so that's now been seen by more than 25,000 people. Our book sales absolutely detonated just in direct print sales, meaning print books that we have here and that I sign and ship myself. For 48 hours, I could not ship books as fast as people were buying them. So this has obviously been a huge stroke of luck. But at the same time, it's not just luck. It's because I decided to take a stand and speak publicly about an issue that was important to me, which a lot of people think you shouldn't do. But representation is important. Diversity is important. These stories matter, and it really sucks when huge big-name authors who have so much reach and influence treat their marginalized readers like crap. So our general marketing strategy at Legacy Books is pretty standard stuff. We put up paid advertisements on Facebook and Amazon that talk about the plot of our book and the world building and the characters, and that does great. That's how we do business. But I think it's also important, if not all the time, then at least some of the time, to take a stand on behalf of people who consistently get dumped on by mainstream media. If we'd just run a paid ad about the Academy Journals talking about the plot and the world building, it would have done fine. It would have made us some money. We know, because we do it all the time. But it wouldn't have really mattered to anyone. It wouldn't have gotten the attention that it's gotten, certainly, and if it had ended up on Wil Wheaton's timeline, he probably wouldn't have looked at it twice. If you're not trying to make the world a better place with your stories, if you're just trying to entertain, that's fine, and this advice might not apply to you. But if you are trying to make a statement with your art, you should keep in mind that people out there do want to hear about it, especially if you're acting on behalf of people who are typically spurned by traditional art industries. And you should never be afraid to speak openly and honestly about bad actions on the part of bigger artists and explain how you are trying to do things better. This one post is not going to change the world, but enough people being willing to take a stand on important issues just might, and that is what I would like to see more of from the indie community. That's all I've got for you today, Rebel. You can check out my last video on the channel right up there, or check out my Patreon right over there to see my secret weekend videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!